You're ambitious. You want to be the greatest. But you can't even sit still for 10 minutes without touching your phone.
You probably are looking at the comment section as the moment we speak right now.
That's exactly who you are. But we don't blame you for this.
And the funny thing here is that only 10% of you watching will watch it to the end.
And the ones in need.
They are the ones who will skip it.
But if you don't fix this, your dreams, they're going to be exactly where they are right now.
In your head.
So now you finally get it. You're not lazy, you're not dumb, you're just overstimulated. That is why you're gonna do the hard work. That is why you feel bored, you feel lazy. That is the only reason you feel your goals, they're unachievable, they're unrealistic. But it's not even hard to bring your brain back to the baseline.
Yes.
To love what you do, to enjoy what you do,
and to do the boring stuffs.
And to do the boring stuffs.
And to make it fun.
You simply need a dopamine detox.
So what exactly is dopamine detox? The reduction of stimulation to prevent overstimulation is what dopamine detox is, in simple terms.
Bring out the notes and write it down.
So yeah, so before we move forward, you need to know what overstimulation actually means. So let's say one of your overstimulating activities is scrolling through your phone, watching reels, Instagram shorts, TikTok, anything. Probably one out of those three. Or maybe even playing video games endlessly or aim-fucking-lessly for tons of hours. And
countless hours.
And there's a funny example, you know. So I was having a conversation with a friend and he said that म त concentration बढाउन game खेल्न थालेको म त addict पो भएछु. And that's a funny fucking advice to take and to give funny. And this is like today's world shit, right? The example I just talked further. I just talked few moments ago. And another example may be intoxications too.
Yeah, the overstimulated, you know. I want you to think about this. And just imagine, you know, close your eyes. Friday night, it was yesterday. And you partied hard, shit-faced, you know. The next day, how are you gonna feel? You know, you can recall this, right? You're gonna feel lazy, not wanting to do anything, just lying down on your bed.
You're gonna feel like shit is what he means.
Unmotivated, Ani. That is your brain receptors being fucked, being fried. That is you being overstimulated.
Yep.
That is the only example you need.
That's an overstimulating element to, yeah, video games. Porn maybe, bunny. Partying, playing video games, alcohol, drugs, everything.
And you right now, you don't even realize this. The most overstimulating element in your life is your fucking phone.
Yep.
You just need to throw this away.
Yep, you all hate to agree it, but it is what it is.
So let's recall what he said earlier, because this is going to be important. Quote unquote, write it down. Make it your wallpaper for a couple of days, because this single line, it's going to change how you see the world. So what is detox?
Dopamine detox, indeed.
The reduction of stimulation to prevent overstimulation. As simple as that.
Yep, and to make the boring task, tedious task, the hard work, feel fun again.
That is how you're going to be successful in life. That is the only advice you need right now off of this video. That stay tuned, because we're going to tell you, since you already know about detox and all, we're going to teach you step by step how you can go through this.
Yeah, the
effortlessly,
sauce, the secret sauce.
Flawlessly. How are you going to make it?
Yeah, so since you know what dopamine detox is, the actual definition and with examples.
Let's talk about the types.
Yes, sir. And we will recommend you the best one as beginners to you.
The first one being 48 hours of heart rate detox. Something like Vipassana.
Yes, sir. Which we don't actually recommend to beginners. And the second one being 24 hours detox, which is a shorter version of 48 hours.
It's like restarting your phone. And the one we recommend you to do is the partial detox.
Yes, sir.
Be clear, bring down your notes. We need you to write down in this one. But what is partial detox? You don't go living like a monk,
Yeah.
meditating, spiritual, connecting to the nature after binge watching on TikTok for years, right?
Yeah, and why don't we recommend the 48 hours and 24 hours one is that because the partial detox is what in long term is the better one. And it's a little less hardcore than the 48 hours and 24 hours too.
You don't directly jump in being into a monk. You start by practicing the religion.
Yes, sir.
So we want you to practice partially, step by step. So listen carefully. So we all know you got a vice. And your vice, something that is distracting you away from your goals.
Yes.
You know what we're talking about.
Yes.
You exactly know what we are talking about. It might be your phone, the drugs, alcohol, or even your toxic ex. If you don't even know it till now, we want you to pause the video. And pause the video with clear mind. Sit down, write down your vice.
Yeah, and just realize it. Because realization is a big step in what you are going to do further too.
It's low-key underrated, the
Yes,
realization part. Sit down, write it down, and you come back to the video.
So now, since you have already identified your biggest distraction,
I hope you wrote it down.
yes, sir. And now is the time you need to cut that off shit from your life.
Simply.
Yep.
Just cut it down.
So talking about removing your biggest distraction, the one which consumes the most part of the day. And I know some of you all hate to admit this, but it is actually taking the huge chunk of your day.
With the video games, they're not making you creative, they're not
Yes,
making
sir.
you focused, it's a distraction.
Killing your brain cells.
And
They are just-
scrolling aimlessly, that's a distraction. Smoking,
Yes.
drinking.
Any of your addictions can be a distraction.
So you gotta write down, I'm not gonna do this for next 7 days
Yes.
in your copy. Again, make this a wallpaper,
Yes. So you did the identifying your biggest distraction part, right? Tick. And the second, now you will remove your biggest distraction. Tick.
Just do this for 7 days and you see how your life's gonna change. And if not, you can come back to our video, dislike the video, unsubscribe. You can do anything, but observe yourself
Yeah.
in the next 7 days. Just cut it off, write it down. Give yourself a challenge that you're not gonna do this.
Yeah, and see how you'll become more happier, more knowledgeable.
Focused, clear, inclined to your goals. That is what you want to be, right?
Yes, and at that time, don't thank us. So for the next 7 days, simply what we want you to do, instead of the bullshit things you used to do earlier, is that
Feel the time.
yes, to feel the time, to be more productive, to conquer the world basically. You need to do the boring stuffs which you may find boring for the first few days.
But which you gotta do to make it.
Yep.
Just replace bad habits with the good ones.
Yes, sir. It can be anything, like learning a new hobby.
We're not talking about Gita, right?
Sitting down to study, being more productive, scheduling your day, anything, working out more hours, just reading पनि हुन सक्छ. You just need to fill the time you use to distract yourself to that. I know you'll hate it at the first, but trust.
That is the process of detoxification.
Yes, that's the process.
You're being clear.
Yeah,
You're being inclined to your goals.
Yes, sir. You may hate us for saying this, but this actually helps you in the long freaking term. And when you look back after a few weeks, you'll even feel guilty that you used to waste your time endlessly in the distractions. You'll feel घिन लाग्छ के आफैमा. That's what it is.
So simply to sum it up, partial detoxification is identifying one distraction in your life.
Biggest one.
Biggest one, scrolling on your phone, like smoking weed, and cutting it just for 7 days. And you observing the change it makes in your life by filling the void with good things.
Yes.
That is exactly what partial detoxification is.
Yes, sir. And by changes, we mean changes in the way you look at things, changes in your thoughts, changes in your friends even. That's what we mean. So this whole video is a call to action in itself. So let me repeat in brief.
Once again.
Yeah, in brief. Once again and for all. In the next 7 days, identify your biggest distraction, get rid of your biggest distraction. Yeah, which maybe, like we talked earlier, scrolling, which I think phone is the biggest one to all. Or,
Weed.
yes,
That a phone, it's your getaway to your distraction.
yes.
Just admit this and don't be delusional.
Yes, or your toxic girlfriend can also be your biggest distraction. If so, then get rid of her. Don't
Leave
waste
that
time in
bitch.
bullshit, yes, sir. And the other problem is that some of you all don't even see distractions as distractions. That's the biggest one. Because you're caught up in the addiction so much that there's no way of getting out. So that's why we said that identifying is the key point.
You might still say, video games, they're making my life good, they're making me happy. But no, there's a reason.
Yes.
You are stop being a loser, stop being a weeb, stop being just a gamer. Don't do that.
For now and for the rest of your fucking life.
Just get off your phones, your computer for 7 days and you see how everything's gonna be different.
Yes.
See how you get indulged in good things that incline you to your goal. If you don't do it, if you don't fix this, again, your goals, they're gonna stay exactly where they're right now.
Yes, there'll just be goals.
In your head. Now, just write it down. Write your goals down.
Observe.
Observe. Cut down the distraction. Stay consistent. Keep the hard work on. And just see for the 7 days. And in next 7 days, we're gonna come up with how you gonna structure your life
Yes.
so that you can live life of a monk,
Which is another banger too.
a banger, like monk mode. The YouTube gurus, everything they tell you, we're gonna give you the real
Yes.
experience, the
The
real
ones-
way to get there.
Yeah, because we have done that several times. And now is the time you are going to learn it from us.
We're gonna give you the views of practitioners,
Yes, sir.
not just making videos, so that you can relate, so you can make your own plan,
Yes.
so that you can shift the mindset in you when you do it yourself, not take advice from all these gurus and instructors. Structure your way to your desired life yourself. You and us, we
Win
in
this
this together.
together.
We gonna
Make it through.
Okay, F.